And welcome out to Mansfield High School, the Pete Henry Gym, as the Copley Indians play the Bryan Golden Bears in a regional final game here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Good evening, everybody. Chris Malanga, Brian Arnold here with you back at Mansfield. And I'll tell you what, Brian, I don't mind the 2-hour and 45-minute drive to Mansfield. That means we're still in the tournament.
That's about the most fun you can have, knowing you've got this at the end of the ride. And hopefully we're able to keep things going tonight. Don't mind another long drive coming up after this.
Absolutely. Copley is 24-3 on the season, 14-0 in the Suburban League, the American Division. And Bryan 26-1, 7-0 in the NWOAL. And these two teams ready to do battle here. When you look at the Lady Bears, they had a great win against Granville. It was a game that was very hyped, had a lot of hype around it, but the Bears came in, took care of business, held a team that was 26-1 or 25-1 to 26 points for 4 quarters.
And they came in averaging almost 60 points a game. You talk about the hype, all the stuff that went into it before the game with the head coach and his Barstool connections, national and even a little bit of international recognition for his team, people ordering shirts from all over the country and Canada. There's all that stuff in those articles. And our girls came out and just took care of business. And the one thing like football coaches love to talk about, defense travels. If you play on the road and you can play defense, you're always going to be in ball games. Well, that's the calling card of this Bryan team. Defense travels. And we really showed Granville the other night what a suffocating defense looks like.
Absolutely. Again, Bryan defeated Granville 40-26. Well, it is the Oberlin Turnbull countdown to tip-off. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused. We had the chance to chat with Bryan head coach Todd Grosjean. You're going to hear that after this timeout on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
to the school board and administration,
and everyone who played a role in this project.
We just want to say
thank you.
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington School property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask me?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Welcome back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Chris Malanga alongside Coach Todd Grosjean, the Bryan Lady Bears, and Coach regional final again.
It sounds pretty nice. Yeah, it's exciting time here.
You guys had a great game plan against Granville. A lot of hype around this game, a lot of external stuff around this game, but you guys really game plan well.
Well, credit goes to our staff that broke down multiple films, and we tried to put together a game plan that would help our kids to be successful, and we thought we could get into their guard play and with Mara Smith and Ella Voigt and the supporting cast, but I thought we did a great job on their point guard, especially forced their best player to have to bring the ball some, and she ended up getting in foul trouble, and it was a outstanding effort by our kids. Yeah, it was really a defensive effort. After the first 3 by the Moore girl, she was pretty much locked down, and she had come in with all this hype about eight 3-pointers in a game, and you guys shut her down, and then you got into their bench, and they don't like to be in their bench very much, and it was a good defensive effort, and then you had the offense to support it on the other end. Yeah, and Ella Rao obviously deserves some credit there. The Moore girl, 253s in her career, and 83 or 84 this year, and she only got 2 shots off. That says a lot about what Ella did, and we lost track of her once early on in the game, and she was able to shadow her the rest of the game and limit her touches even, and she was really frustrated. So credit to Ella, and Anna Grade got some hustle plays, kept kept plays alive. Kaylee was Kaylee. She rebounded, led us in rebounding, and it was a team effort, obviously, defensively.
Yeah, it really was a great game. Low scoring in the fourth quarter, 3-2, but other than that, it was just a good game all around. And again, got that big lead, and when you get a big lead against you guys or other teams, they have to really adjust.
Yeah, and the second quarter, we got to, I think a 23-8 lead, and both teams kind of got stagnant, and we got stuck there and went I think the last 5 minutes of the half without scoring. Got the turnover bug a little bit, and we talked about that at halftime, and we corrected it. Came out first 3 minutes. We always stress to the kids are the biggest minutes of the game, first 3 minutes of the second half, and our kids addressed that. Offensively, we continued to attack, and fortunately got Anarino in foul trouble, and she had to sit down, and they really were kind of lost without her on the floor. So credit to the kids.
Absolutely. Well, you got back at midnight. I watched the charter bus pull in as I was pulling out, and right away a turnaround for Friday against Copley. And is it hard at this point in the year to find out information about other teams?
Well, we did our homework a little bit ahead of time, and we don't like doing that because a lot of our staff is superstitious, including me. But we were able to get our hands on some film, and we're taking turns breaking down individual films, and then we'll sit down as a staff and put together what we found and go from there. But we got at least 2 days to prepare, where we only had, I guess we had 2 days. We had to take a Sunday to do it, but we'll formulate a game plan. It's a really good Copley team, very athletic, quick. They did a really nice job defensively against Bellevue last night, and so we're going to have our hands full again, and hopefully our kids are up to the challenge and want to get out of there and make another trip down to Dayton.
I want to ask you real quick about the fan support last night. When you look at the fact that Bryan's 2.5 hours away and Granville was about less than an hour, and the disparity in the amount of crowd, talk about that for a second.
Oh, unbelievable. Our community has been behind these kids since our run started last year, and obviously it's a long trek on a Tuesday night, and there were a ton of people there supporting them, our kids in purple. I think it's been called the Purple Wave now, which is kind of cool. And we had kids, two spirit buses show up and file in and just fill that whole side. And hopefully on a Friday night, there's not much going on here in Bryan. Let's all make the trek down there again and support these kids.
It'll be interesting to see Copley not that far away from Mansfield. It'll be interesting to see what the crowd sizes look like.
Yeah, they had a fair-sized crowd. Bellevue obviously was a little bit closer, and they probably filled it a little more than Copley did, but I would guess it's going to be a full house and an electric atmosphere.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck as you face Copley, and let's go to Dayton again.
That'd be fun.
Coach Todd Grosjean and the Bryan Lady Bears going to take this time out, come back with more after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, Chris Malanga, Brian Arnold here with you. It's Copley and the Golden Bears here in a regional final. I want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game tonight. They include the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Jason Dietsch Automotive Services, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veterans Services of Williams County, Fackler Monument, Danielle Van Atta Agency, Newcomers, Schaefer, Spangler, and Browninger, Starks Plumbing and Heating, and Andrews, O'Neill, and Lowe, all bringing you the game tonight here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Well, these two teams have never met before. It's as you get down to the tournament, never met. You learn more about teams.
And that's kind of the fun of the tournament, seeing a bunch of faces and teams you've never seen before, getting to different parts of the state where you don't have a lot of experience. That's all part of the fun and part of the excitement of the tournament is seeing all these different schools and for them to get a chance to see you.
Absolutely. Well, let's meet our opponent tonight. They are the Copley Indians. They are 24-3 on the season, 14-0 in the Suburban Conference, the American Division. Their head coach is Julie Solis. She's in her second year at Copley, 47-5 on the year. Over her 2 seasons. But here's the stat that really stuck out to me. I was doing a little research on them. She has a 424 and 154 overall record, and it's been at some big schools: Cloverleaf, Solon, Twinsburg, which is in their league, by the way, Gilmore Academy, and Copley now.
Yeah,
and
some schools with tradition, and like you said, in some big schools in there too, a couple of D1 schools.
Absolutely, and they're averaging 59.8 points a game and allowing just 36 points a game. Their tournament trail looked like this. This is how they got here with their last 5 games. They started things out by defeating Buckeye. Then they won against Akron East, that is. Woodridge, they defeated pretty handily. And then Warren Howland, which is the school I would have gone to had I gone to public school when I was growing up. So they beat them 50-37. And then the other night when we beat Granville, they had the second game and they beat Bellevue 47-40. And when you look at that game, it was a good game all around and just a 7-point win for them.
Yeah, Bellevue had a 6-point lead after the first quarter. Then I think it might have been tied or just a point or two at the half. We were checking up on it on the way back. And then Copley just made a run in the third, and Bellevue never able to come back. You know, our coaches stayed for the whole game. Our girls saw the first half. You look at who Copley is, 3 starters that are seniors and then 2 sophomores. They have no juniors on the roster. Bring a freshman and another senior off the bench. What we're looking for is number 3, Izzy Calloway, senior guard, had 22 of their points the other night, of their 47 points against Bellevue the other night. And then Cammie Ayup, she had 12. Another one of their senior starters. So 34 of the 47 from 2 senior starters the other night. So you know those names have been brought up a lot in the defensive game plan for Coach Grosjean.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look at their league standings real quick. Copley plays in the Suburban League, and that's divided into American and National. So it's like baseball. And they were the top of their league, 14-0 in the league. And teams like Highland, Talmadge, Aurora, Revere, Cuyahoga Falls, Kent Roosevelt, and Barberton down at the bottom of that league. So just get you to know our opponents. The Golden Bears, they are coached by Todd Grosjean. 17 years here at Bryan, 354 and 188. Lady Bears are averaging 54.9 points a game and allowing 30.4. They are 26 and 1, 7-0 in the league. And the big news: 3 Lady Bears, Kaylee Thiel, Voigt and Mara Smith were voted all-district team honors, and then Todd Grosjean was the coach of the year.
Yeah, congratulations to all of them. You know, we had all league honors to all 6 girls that are in the top of the rotation, and Coach Grosjean was the coach of the year for the league. We had 2 first-teamers, 2 second-teamers, and 2 an honorable mention. So a lot of accolades come along with seasons like this. But one thing we know about the Bears, you look at us, we only have 2 girls that average double digits. Kaylee Thiel leading the way with 13. You know, your numbers aren't going to set the world on fire, but anybody that plays against us or watches us play knows who these kids are and the kind of season they've had.
Absolutely. The Lady Bears got on the tournament trail looking like this. They opened up with the win against Otsego at home, 66-19, and then they beat Elida over Rogers in that tough game down where they were down at halftime and came back to win that one in Miller City. Liberty Benton, again, another tough team, defeated them. And then Granville, as we talked at the top of the telecast, winning 40-26 back here last Tuesday. So that's how the tournament trail looked for the Lady Bears. And, you know, some substantial wins. You played some tough competition. Rogers, you know, Bree Jefferson for Rogers. Liberty Benton, you had Lauren Gherkin. And Granville, you had, I can't remember. I lost her name.
Well, you're going to ask me. Harper.
Yeah.
With an A.
Yeah.
I only had that one because I had the score sheet in front of me. I don't have the score sheet in front of me anymore. I'm not going to butcher up that poor girl's name.
That's right.
But she was second team All-Ohio last year, back-to-back player of the year in her conference. So I think the one thing you can say about the Bears is they've been tested. Rogers and Liberty Benton and Granville back-to-back-to-back really good teams with kids that are going to go play college basketball, a couple at the D1 level. So they've seen good teams. They've seen some really good talent. And our defense has come out on top, and they've got to hope for that one more time again tonight.
Just as a refresher, let's take a look at the NWOL standings. Haven't changed any since the end of this season, but Bryan finished the league at 7-0, 25, and well, they're now 26-1 in the NWOL. All right, let's take a timeout. When we come back, we will take a look at our keys to the game. It is Copley and Bryan doing battle here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
At Oberlin, Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we understand that family is at the heart of everything we do.
Being family-owned and family-focused is not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. We walk alongside you during life's most challenging moments, providing a guiding hand and a shoulder to lean on.
With heartfelt care and attention to detail, we tailor each service to honor the life and the memories of your loved one. We treat you like family because your journey is our journey.
Oberlin, Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network here in the Oberlin Turnbull countdown to tip-off from Pete Henry Gym in Mansfield, Ohio. And love the broadcast perch here. It's a great view, and it's a little tight to get in and out of. But other than that, it's a great view. And
that might speak more for the broadcasters than for the area that we're trying to get in and out of, unfortunately.
Exactly. So let's take a look at our keys of the game, being brought to you by the Carlin Company Realty and Auctioneers. They've been your hometown real estate company for over 45 years. They've consistently remained number one in Williams County and the surrounding area since 2007. Call us for all your real estate needs. Let's take a look at the Lady Bears.
All right, first of all, for our Lady Bears, keep them out of the lane. This is a dribble drive team. Coach Groshing's worked hard at this all week. All week, couple days of seeing what they're about. They're not a post-oriented offense. They are an attack and kick-oriented offense. So you got to keep them out of the lane, force the ball to go away from the basket, defend on the ball. They were quick. Coach Groshing has talked all week about how quick their guards are. You got to be able to keep them in front. They got a couple of kids that can really go, including Callaway. So we got to work hard to help when we do maybe get turned a little bit and attack their pressure, be strong with the ball. We expect a physical team. The Northeast Ohio team, the one thing that we expect out of this is a physical ball game and for them to get after us defensively, so take care of the ball.
But kind of a blue-collar basketball team right here.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, the keys of the game for Copley, the Indians. What are they looking to do with Coach Solis?
Well, I think everything you've got to be able to do is handle our pressure. They want to match our pressure. Quick and aggressive on defense and try to turn that against us. We saw a little bit of that with Granville the other night. Looking at stats from there, Copley only had 9 turnovers. Bears had 16 and Granville had 25. They had 18 at the half, so turnovers were a huge number. Yep. That's going to be a big factor in this game tonight. Who can handle the other team's pressure? They like to go in transition. Like, it's not a ton of half-court sets, not a real complicated offense in the half court. They want to use defense to get out and run and score in transition and then rebound. I think it's a pretty athletically matched up game with a couple of 6-footers on both sides and then a lot of 5'8", 5'9", 5'10" athletes who want to go get the ball. So for both teams, it's going to be really important to get a body on somebody and then be physical when you go to board.
Yeah, rebounding there, especially on the offensive end, that's one of the things that Coach Solis said is they need to be able to have offensive rebounds. That's going to be critical for them tonight. All right, the keys of the game brought to you by the Carlin Company Realty and Auctioneers, your hometown real estate company for over 45 years. Chris Malanga, Brian Arnold here with you. You're in the Oberlin Turnbull pregame show. And, Brian, when you look at this game, a quick turnaround for both teams, going from Tuesday to Friday. Teams don't know each other, but in this day and age with Huddle and YouTube and everything, you get to know them pretty quickly.
It doesn't take a long time. You get some random guy, a random fan, say, hey, I was watching this on YouTube, or I caught this clip, or I got the NFHS account, and then they've been doing the same things with us, trying to dig up as many ball games as they can, besides what coaches are handling through Huddle themselves anyway. With the digital component to tape trade. You have a chance to see a lot of things on your opponent. Besides the fact Copley was here and saw game 1, and we stuck around and watched game 2, so you saw him live and in person, which you can never trump in any situation when you're scouting somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is the process? I know that he talks about John Miner watching a lot of film. Is it as much as John getting ready to, to just kind of break down that film and look for tendencies, things like that?
Yeah, and John Miner's an old football coach, and he's an old defensive football coach, so he's looking at how do we take away what they do best? How do we defend their best player, their best sets, their best out of bounds? And, between John, I know he gets some help from his son Brock, and the other coaches, that's what they've been doing for the last 72 hours or so, is digesting as much tape as they can and trying to figure out how do we take away what they do best and make them uncomfortable.
Absolutely. Well, we're getting ready to tip this one away. We're going to have our national anthem first. The national anthem is being sponsored by Veteran Services of Williams County, and we're getting ready to do that, and then we'll get our starting lineups here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Going
to send it down to our public address announcer who's going to get us all the starting lineups. They're going to introduce all the non-starters first and then the starters.
By member schools competing for the right to move on. Though both teams are rivals, they are expected to exhibit the qualities of good sportsmanship throughout the contest, and the administration of both schools requests the same from all fans. The officials assigned to this tournament game have met extensive requirements set forth by the OHSAA and have been assigned based upon the process approved by the OHSAA's Board of Directors. Tonight's officials are Mr. Donald Wood, Mr. James Tarantine, Mr. Max Baldwin, and alternate Mr. Dana Shoulders.
Officials being brought to you by Tri-State Vision Center, serving the area since 1977. Contact us at either our Bryan or Montpelier offices for all your eye care needs. Tonight's officials, Donald Wood, Max Baldwin, and James Tarantine.
We ask all attending to show courtesy and respect for fellow fans, officials, coaches, those administering the contest, and of course, your team and your opponent. And as important today as ever, please respect the game. Now, let's meet the players in tonight's game. First, the non-starters for Copley High School. Number 42, sophomore Liliana Williams. Number 40, sophomore Amelia Davis. Number 34, freshman Leighton Tuna. Number 24, sophomore Riley Cowan. Number 14, freshman Ava Kapper. Number 11, sophomore Zoe Van Voorhees. Number 4, freshman Angelique Lane. Number 2, freshman Lila Nimzura. And number 1, freshman Stella Keplik. The non-starters for Bryan High School. Number 51, freshman Taylor Dominique. Number 32, freshman Claire Struble. Number 23, freshman Amaya Langham. Number 22, sophomore Josie Arnold. Number 21, freshman Kelsey Thiel. Number 12, senior Avery Brown. Number 11, freshman Piper Hanna. Number 10, freshman Aaliyah Schilling. Number 2, sophomore Ava Zimmerman. And number 1, junior Mackenzie Mason. The starting lineup for the Lady Indians of Copley High School. Number 32, 5'9" senior Cami Ayun. Number 12, 5'10" senior Emily Carrickness. Number 10, 5'8" sophomore Evelyn McKnight. Number 5, 6' sophomore Audrey Parker. And number 3, 5'7" senior Izzy Calloway. Copley is coached by head coach Ms. Julie Solis, who's assisted by Mr. Randy Thomas and Mr. Rob Harris. And now the starting lineup for the Golden Bears of Bryan High School. Number 20, senior Mara Smith. Number 15, senior Ella Rao. Number 5, senior Anna Gray. Number 4, senior Ella Boyd. And number 3, senior Kaylee Deal. Bryan is coached by head coach Mr. Todd Grosjean, who's assisted by Mr. Colin Walker, Mr. John Miner, Ms. Delaney Valderas, and Ms. E. Miner.
Our starting lineups brought to you by Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrication. Call Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrications for all your mechanical piping needs at 419-519-3111. I don't know that I'd call him tonight, though. Marley's wrestling.
They're a little busy in Columbus
this weekend.
Hopefully make a little run into the finals for Marley, who won the regional, pinned her way all the way through to a regional championship. So congratulations to Marley Yoder Sr. in her second year now, I think, of wrestling.
Yeah, excited. We're getting ready to tip this off. The energy in this gym is crazy on the Bryan side. They got the Bryan side on the end zone now because it's filled this whole section here.
So a little
to the left of us, and you can kind of see that right there. And if Christopher pans down and shows you everything, it is a big crowd. Here we go. Tip away. It'll go to Mara Smith. They'll find Voigt on the outlet. She'll lose the basketball. Theo will pick it up. Or no, excuse me. They picked it up.
Nice run out. They got the tip that they wanted. Our set play off the tip, just not able to handle it going to the basket. I think Callaway with a little bit of a tip away there against Voigt.
McKnight will fire it over to Caracas. Caracas down to Parker. Now top of the key to McKnight.
And you tell right now the Bears are going to try to take Izzy Callaway best they can. Face guarded by Ella Voigt right now. She's got no help responsibility.
Cami Ayup has it now back out to Callaway. Callaway will go right with Voigt. They'll hand off to McKnight. She'll look to drive, then give over to Caracas. Caracas back to Callaway. Callaway looks to drive. She works around a screen. She'll dish out to Parker. Parker looking for the cutter. They get it underneath to Ayup. Ayup will drive, working against Kaylee Thiel. First shot is missed. The putback, though, is good. And the first points of the game go to Emily Karakis.
Yeah, the Bears didn't get a body on the backside. Kaylee Thiel with good defense and just didn't find the backside rebound right there. Karakis in the right place and a good finish.
Boyd has the basketball. Will give to Smith. Smith launches a three. No good. Rebound. Anna Gray. Gray up with a putback is no good. Rebound to Kaylee Thiel. Third time no good. And this time she goes up and she's hacked. So Kaylee Thiel will head to the line to shoot 2 here. Bears got 4 shots and none of them fell.
No, and good shots, too. Mars was a good look, great rebound, and an effort by Anna Gray. 2 efforts there by Kaylee Thiel, and she's rewarded with a trip to the free throw line.
Free throws sponsored by Welling Construction, a third-generation family-owned general contractor for quality custom homes, renovation projects, and commercial work. Contact them at 419-636-3712. Kaylee's first free throw is good.
And then we talked about one of the keys to the game was rebounding. The Bears had a really good night on the offensive boards, especially early. On Tuesday night, we're able to get second, third chances in possessions. That was a good example right there.
Next one rattles home. We got a tie ball game. 6:29 remaining first quarter, 1-1.
Now, Ella Voigt, Coach talks about it. She didn't get a chance to score a whole lot of points. She's our second leading scorer, but there's so much more she could do. But she is tasked all the time with finding the best player from the other team and trying to shut her down, and that's her job tonight.
Knocked away by Mara Smith. Smith will fire it ahead to Thiel. Thiel will let traffic by, and then she will dish underneath to Gray. Gray will give to Voigt, then back to Smith. Smith back to Voigt. Voigt will go baseline. Cross. Gray for 3!
Great ball movement by the Bears right there. Kaylee Thiel about did the splits. Was able to find Anna Gray and then swing it around the horn, and Voigt found Gray for the 3 in the corner. Bears were hot early from 3 in the first game, too, this regional.
I tell you what, this is a quicker defense than we've seen in the tournament.
Well, I think it's a quicker offense here. I think this team, the one thing Coach Groshing talked about with Copley is their speed. This is a quick team, so it's going to be a little bit different defend and a little bit different job on offense.
Off balance 3 by Evelyn McKnight. Now the Bears are getting pressured in the backcourt.
Look like Mara Smith might even got a piece of that one.
Knocked, and we're going to get a foul on 32, Kame Ayup.
A lot of hands down there on Mara Smith. Good job by Kaylee Thiel. There's a fundamental play for everybody who's watching. Go to the pass. She went to the pass, beat the defender to it, and forced Ayup to foul her.
All right, so Rao's going to inbound. Quick little inbound to Voigt.
You see some pretty aggressive on-the-ball defense here from Copley as well.
Thiel
don't play a lot of zone. They said man-to-man, they're going to run and jump like the Bears like to, use their quickness.
Gray kicks back to Smith. Smith will drive now, put up a weird off-balance shot. Rebound will come down to Ayup.
I think she got caught up in the air there. She thought she was going to go to Ella Voigt, and Ella Voigt kind of tried to move to get out of the way, and then there wasn't anybody to go to.
They'll drive, and Kaylee Thiel blocks it out of bounds. It'll stay here. Ayup tried to go baseline, and Kaylee Thiel said, not here.
Nice job by Kaylee Thiel. She's been really good at being able to reach from behind with the long arms. She can get to a lot of basketballs like that.
McKnight has the basketball. She will inbound. Callaway puts it up, misses the shot, will draw contact, and she will head to the line for a pair of Welling Construction free throws. Going to be on Ella Voigt, the foul. That'll just be 1 on her.
Tuesday night against Bellevue, Callaway went to the line 6 times, made all 6 of her free throws. She made the only 2 threes that night for Copley. They were 2 of 10 from the field. 2 of 10 from 3, and she had both of those.
First one is up and good. 5-3 now. Bears lead. 4:43 remaining first quarter. Another Welling Construction free throw coming. That one is good as well.
A lot of confidence at the free throw line for that young lady. A couple pounds, and she gets it out of her hand real quick.
Thiel will bring the basketball up. Quickly give to Anna Gray. Now to Voigt. Voigt working against Callaway. Try to face guard her too. Anna Gray gives to Rao. Rao looks to back her way in, then gives back to Voigt. Voigt will drive, Boyd will put up a shot. No good. No foul called, and the rebound will come down to Copley.
Yeah, that's one of the things the Bears talked about. Get to the basket, get to the line, but you got to have a whistle for that too.
Karakas will try to feed it underneath.
I think Kaylee Thiel almost baited her into that one. Kind of sagged off a little like a defensive back, just daring you to make a pass.
3 ball for Smith is no good. Rebound comes down. Oh, wow. I can't believe she wasn't over the line there. They'll fire it down to Callaway, who launches a 3. No good. Rebound comes down as Rao crashes the boards.
Great check out that time by Anna Gray.
Stolen away, and Callaway will put it up and in.
The coach talked about we got to be strong on the ball, take care of it. You're going to get defended up and down the floor all night.
So Bears get it over that timeline. Voigt with it. Got a student section from Copley that has shown up tonight. Not as big as the Bears student section, but certainly much better than the student section the other night.
Better than the 7 or 8 kids who showed up from Granville.
Going to see Zimmerman come in for the Bears and Josie Arnold.
Got some subs also on the floor for Copley right now. Zoe Van Voorhees, number 11.
And then
so Ava Zimmerman and Josie Arnold, 2 sophomores, getting a little bit of early time here in the ball game.
They get it over the timeline, down to Van Voorst. Bounce pass, easy layup for Ayuk. They're going to have to watch that. They fire it down to Zimmerman. Zimmerman lets traffic by, gives to Arnold. Arnold looks to go baseline, pulls back to Zimmerman. Zimmerman looks to drive, looks for some help. Bounce pass in the key to Smith, then kick out to Arnold. That ball going to be too strong. Rebound tipped around. Kaylee Thiel will come down with it, go right back up with it, miss it. Rebound knocked out of bounds off of Ella Voigt. 8-5. Copley leads. 2:40 remaining first quarter. Ella Rao will check back in.
Bears have gotten some good looks around the basket, just haven't been able to capitalize on some shots. They're going to get contested. It's going to be physical, and right now it doesn't look like there's going to be a whole lot of whistles called. There's been a few. It's not going to just be a free-for-all. But you're going to have to be strong with the basketball and take it off glass to finish.
Galloway will put it up, or get it over to McKnight, who puts one up, and will be fouled.
Nice backdoor cut there by McKnight.
Is that on Josie Arnold, I think?
Look like
for Ayuk. And McKnight will look to drive now. McKnight will dish. Shot is up and good by Ayuk. It's 11-5, and I think Coach Gerstein wants a timeout. And the Copley side is fired up.
Bears have got to do a better job. Kaylee Thiel, thought did both times, had her girl checked out. Somebody's got to go help rebound right now.
There'll be a 30-second timeout sponsored by Bryan Ford Lincoln, North Main Street. Bryan, we're good values, mean a great deal. We're going to keep it right here. And it's 11-5 with 2:19 remaining here in the first quarter. And this is kind of shades of against Rogers.
It is a little bit of a slow start. Bears haven't shot the ball real well. We knocked down a couple shots early, and we've hit 1-3. Anna Gray hit the 3 from the corner, but from there, just 1 of 4 from 3 early. A couple of quick shots, a little bit of panic a couple of times with the ball. Just kind of need to relax and let the game come to us. A lot of ball game left. You're just a couple of minutes left here in the first. There's a lot of time to get some things done and get the ship righted.
All right, Bears will have it. Kaylee Thiel having a discussion with the officials. One thing I noticed about these officials is they're tall. As they came out, Brown had to reach up to give a fist bump.
And I thought, and a couple of young guys too.
Yep. Bears get it down, and it's knocked away. McKnight has it, working against Smith. McKnight will turn, put it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Voigt. She'll fire it ahead to Kaylee Thiel. Thiel up, count it, and the foul.
That's a good continuation. I wasn't sure we were going to get that continuation. Thought it might have been on the floor. Nice job by Kaylee Thiel. That's being strong through some contact, and the Bears are going to have to do a lot more of that.
And Zoe Van Voorhees was down there ready to take the charge, but Kaylee went around her without making the contact herself. First one for Thiel, good. First one and only one. It's back to 11-8 now.
Kaylee Thiel here with 5 of the 8 early for the Bears. We'll see if we've made any kind of adjustments on the defensive end. One adjustment is Anna Gray on Callaway now instead of Voigt.
They get it around quickly, shot up and missed. Rebound, and then we're going to get a foul on the rebound. That should be on 32 Ayup, and that'll be 2 on her if that's the case.
Yeah, and a silly foul. She didn't need to do that. Just hooked Kaylee Thiel around the neck, going for that rebound. They got a chippy one, and they missed it. And then just way too aggressive going after that ball by Ayup. She's got to know she didn't have a shot at it.
Angelique Lane will check into the game. I don't know what they're doing there.
Might have been a little grabbing and pushing before the ball was inbounded. Official just trying to clean it up.
Thiel will bring it up. Thiel has baseline for Rao. She'll try to bounce past to Gray, and Caracas steps in front. McKnight will have it now, top of the key. She looks to drive. Puts up a shot off the backboard.
Nice transition defense there by the Bears, because Copley was looking to run, but everybody got back to where they needed to be.
Smith goes coast to coast, misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Callaway. She's running. And now we're going to get Mara Smith on another foul.
And that's her second.
Yep.
Just a little out of control, maybe frustrated by the fact that she didn't make that layup at the other end. I think she got a little irritated. She noticed a little bit of some contact, or wanted some contact there at the rim, didn't get it. And I think a frustration foul coming back the other way. So a big minute here or so, and we'll see what Coach does with Mara when the quarter comes back around with 2 fouls.
McKnight will inbound to Parker. Top of the key now. 3 ball, good for Callaway.
Izzy Callaway is the real deal. That was stop on a dime, pull the trigger.
6-point lead for Copley, 14-8. Rao has the basketball. Gives to Zimmerman. Zimmerman will dribble, being guarded by McKnight. She'll get it to Thiel. Kaylee looks to go baseline, gives to Rao. Rao dribble inside, puts up a shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Lane. They'll fire it ahead, and Callaway will come and chase it down.
Copley really wants to run. We've seen it every time. They're looking to run, looking to attack. Great pass on the backside. Good job by Ava Zimmerman. Good check out on the backside. Forced that push.
Yep. So Lane went to McKnight, who missed the shot. Lane went to go get it and committed the foul. And that should be 5 fouls, I believe. Maybe that's only 4. Let's see it.
That wasn't on number 20 like they have on the board. They don't have a 20. So it's on 10, and it should be a shooting foul. So there'll be 2 on Evelyn McKnight if they get this corrected.
I thought they called that on Lane. They're going to go over and check the books here.
Maybe they did. I thought the over the back was on McKnight, but we'll see. Right now they've got it on. They still have Mara Smith up there because they're not sure what the officials have called either. All right, so we got it figured out now.
All right, 10 is going to be McKnight.
It was on McKnight, and now we're going to shoot. Well, they could have asked me that 35 seconds ago. We could have sped this thing up just a little bit.
Just a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So that'll put Zimmerman at the line. Ava's a 60% free throw shooter. Let's see what Ava can do here. First one up and good.
Big spot here. Ava has not gotten to play a ton in the last few games, and she's getting some time early because she can match the quickness of the Copley players. Opportunity to score here in a regional final. Nice job stepping up and knocking that free throw down.
Another Welling Construction free throw coming. That one rattles in and out. No good. Rebound comes down to the 6-foot Audrey Parker. And they're running. McKnight with the basketball. Will give over to Van Borges, who launches a 3 and airs it.
Good check out on the backside by Voigt. Bears have been better since that 30-second timeout. making sure they get a body on people and checking out.
Voigt goes backdoor, puts it up, no good. Rebound will come down to McKnight, and that'll be the end of the first quarter of play. The main stop scoreboard shows 14-9 in favor of Copley. We'll head to the second quarter after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back on the Golden Bear Sports Network, getting set for the start of the second quarter. Copley leads Bryan 14-9 here on the main stop scoreboard. Main stops open when you need them. You're always near a main stop. Don't forget about Thirsty Thursday every Thursday. The main stops of Northwest Ohio. 5-second call, and the Bears will get it.
Yeah, Copley look a little confused. We know where they want to go with it. They want to go to Callaway, and Ella Voigt was making that hard. I don't think their inbounder looked at anybody but Callaway. Everything else was just a little bit of window dressing, try to make the Bears look the other way, and Ella Voigt took that away, forced a good turnover. That's stealing a possession right off of the quarter right there. That arrow didn't matter. We get it right back.
And the Bears will have the arrow. They get it into Kaylee Thiel. Thiel will go baseline. Thiel will kick out. 3 ball in the air for Ella Rao. Buries it, Ella Rao!
Great start to the quarter right there for the Lady Bears. Just 2 of 12 from the field in the first quarter, knocked down the first jump shot.
3 ball coming the other way. It's an air ball. And let's see what the call is down here. A loose ball. They get it underneath, though. And we're going to get Izzy Callaway fouled, and she'll head to the line. I think Kaylee Thiel went up to block that shot and came down with a bunch of Callaway.
Contest on the backside. Bears not able to come up with the rebound or the loose ball.
Yeah, she got her on the hand.
Yeah.
It's pretty clear.
That's the old school. If you come down hard with your hand like that, the official's probably not going to help you out with the call.
Callaway will head to the line for a pair of Welling Construction free throws.
And like you said, you know, you didn't get stats, but I'm going to assume that Izzy Callaway shot it pretty good from the free throw line between the regional semi and now in the early part of the regional final here. That's 9 for 9 from the free throw line. So if she's comfortable in this and step up and knock it down, I imagine she's been comfortable in the middle of the season as well.
That one is good too. So that makes a 4-point lead.
Inadvertent horn, and they just
let it go.
Played right through it.
And it's going to be a foul.
And that kind of whistle's got to happen for anybody handling the ball, but definitely for the Bears trying to attack like that. Ella Voigt is getting ridden right there.
So second quarter foul switch. 16-12 here. 7:23 remaining second quarter. Voigt has the basketball. Voigt will go baseline. Voigt will reverse layup, no good. Lots of contact there. No whistle.
And that's been the case a couple times at the rim for the Bears. A lot of contact and no whistle at the rim.
Fadeaway jumper is no good for McKnight. Bears will have the rebound. Voigt will give to Rao. Rao looks to go baseline. Feeds it over to Arnold. Arnold at the foul line will give to Thiel. Thiel will
nice
drive.
handoff and screen to Kaylee Thiel. Just a step too far underneath the basket.
Yep. Miss for Thiel. Rebound comes down to Copley. Indians will give it over to Audrey Parker. She looks to drive. Gets it poked away and rolls it out of bounds. It'll go to the Bears.
Good hands there by the Bears. Just the 4th turnover for Copley. Bears had 5 in the first quarter.
And Mara Smith is going to return now with the 2 fouls.
I'm sure she's had a conversation over there about being smart. We need Mara Smith on the floor. Now that second one was just frustration. It wasn't bad luck or anything. She can control herself.
Yep. Boyd will bring it up. Bears trail by 4.
A little bit of a set there by the Bears, trying to get a look from Kaylee Thiel on the block, taken away nicely by Copley.
They feed underneath. Boyd kicks back out to Rouse. She'll drive baseline, put up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down.
She'll do a lot of contact.
Up and good on the other end for Callaway.
Callaway with a nice finish. Good control going around the Bryan defender right there.
Again,
Boy,
shot.
Boyd across both wrists right there.
They fire it down underneath.
Holy
that should
boy.
be a charge, and it is.
I just want to see Ella Rao get up. That was a pulling guard taking out a defensive end right there as much as it was a charge.
Absolutely.
And that'll be 3 on AU, but she just went right through her.
Let's see if we can see it on replay here. Oh, you can see that.
There's a lot of contact. That's not a Patrick Henry flop right there. That's a legit bit of contact.
So Bears moving it up. They trail by 6, 18-12. Over to Voigt. Voigt thought about a 3.
I think the Bears, Kaylee Thiel's working hard inside, trying to get some position. I think we need to get her some touches down there where she can start to work a little bit. There's a good touch.
Short. Rebound comes down to Mara Smith. Now 3 ball from Voigt. No good. Rebound comes down and out to Callaway. Callaway looks to drive. Puts up a shot. It's good. Callaway has 13.
Callaway is about as smooth as we've seen finishing around. Bree Jefferson might have been a little bit quicker, and Lauren Gherkin might be a little taller, but Callaway's the whole package right now. She's been able to step around contact and finish at the rim.
Another timeout for the Golden Bears. Timeout sponsored by Bryan Ford Lincoln, North Main Street. Bryan, we're good values. Mean a great deal. Going to take this one with them. Back after this. It is 20-12, Copley.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, Chris Malanga, Brian Arnold with you. Bears trail Copley 20-12. This is the largest deficit for the Bears in this game of 8.
I think right now what we're seeing is we saw physical and aggressive defense by Toledo Rogers, and we had to deal with that and overcome that in the second half. But with Liberty Benton and with Granville, we didn't see the same kind of quickness, same kind of on-the-ball defense. And right now it's just a matter of getting used to that. We've got to get into the flow of the game. And we've gotten looks around the basket, haven't shot it particularly well, but I think a lot of that's just been altered shots. We're expecting some contact. We're not getting whistles, so you're going to have to be physical on your shots and your finishes on that offensive end.
They get it over and turned over again by the Bears.
A little bit of a force right there by Mara Smith. That was a set play called, so we want to try to get that back door. But I've been impressed. Copley's a really well-coached team defensively. You know, they read the first set play we tried to run to get the ISO to Kaylee on the block. They took that away. Then they just took the back door away.
And a 3 ball.
And that young lady's been on fire. She came to play tonight, second 3 of the night, and that one was from almost right on the Bryan bench.
Down shot is missed, and it'll go out of bounds off the Lady Bears.
Well, there's a lot of contact. Ella Rao, anybody, all of the Bears, we've got to get that whistle and be able to get to the free throw line, but right now that's just not the way the whistle's going.
Copley will bring it down with McKnight. She'll give it to
Impressed
Callaway.
with McKnight. She's really quick, handled the ball well, and just one of the 2 sophomore starters for Copley.
And we're going to get is that a 5-second call?
5-second call. Just again, Copley trying to get into things and not going anywhere. That's really the only thing that hasn't gone right for them this quarter is the opening 5-second call, and then that one right there. The rest of the time, the offense has been pretty good.
4 minutes left here in the second quarter, 23-12. They go backdoor with Kaylee Thiel, puts it up and in.
There's a great finish. Nice.
Just a little bit.
Yep, nice backdoor. Good find by Anna Gray. Good finish by Kaylee Thiel. Whew. A little bit of a stiff arm there by McKnight in front of the official, but he wasn't buying it.
3 ball, and that's good for Van Voorhis. Bears move it down, stolen away. And a foul on Anna Gray.
Still 3:30 left in the half. There's no time, no reason to panic, but the Bears need to relax just a little bit and find a way to get back into their game and make sure that they're take things under control. No reason to force or push. You just got to chip away. You may not be tied or in the lead when you go to the half here at 3.5 left, but you got to find a way to get this back into single digits, manageable. Right now, if the arrow stays the way it is, too, but they've seen the last couple of ball games for sure.
And that's going to be a foul. Ella Rao ahead of the line to shoot 2.
And the Copley crowd's even going to argue with that. That was a lot of arm right there. Good call by the official, and that's the first time Ella Rao's got that call, and she lives on being able to attack and get to the free throw line. Boy, the scoreboard's really struggling over there tonight. Tried to buzz in before the first of 2 free throws. That's not new.
Rao up and, it rattles in and out.
That last foul on Audrey Parker, another one of the post players, just a sophomore. That's her second. So 2 on Parker and 2 on Ayub. The 2 starting bigs for Copley. That's a little bit of good news for the Bears.
Uncharacteristically, it's knocked out of bounds. Kaylee Thiel said she knocked that off of Angelique Lane.
We had a chance to cut into it a little bit there with no time on the clock. Bears just need to keep getting stops, play good defense. I think this is the best thing the Bears can do. While they're taking Callaway away, try to pressure the ball with everybody else. Maybe you can get a couple of 5-second calls.
They've had a couple of those tonight. McKnight will drive, though, put up a shot, and good.
Really athletic move there by Evelyn McKnight.
Yep,
Bit of a Euro step, stepping through traffic, going around some Bears, and able to finish at the rim with a nice soft touch.
Up Kaylee Thiel, no good. Rebound comes down to Copley. Three ball again, and they hit it again. Wow.
Everything going right now for Copley. They can't miss a shot.
They can't.
Bears struggle at the other end to get anything to drop. 150 left. You got to do a little bit of talking over there on how you're going to cut into this lead before we get to halftime.
Yeah, because right now it's 31-14, and that's going to be rough. Well, it's a Brian Ford Lincoln timeout. We're going to take it with them. Main stop scoreboard shows 31-14.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, Chris Malanga, Brian Arnold, and the Bears find themselves in a position that they haven't been in quite some time, and that is down 31-14, double digits.
Yeah, since it's been this tough for the Bears, it's been a while. Even the game with Notre Dame was close most of the night. It's probably been since the Purcell-Marion game in the state semis last year since they faced a large double-digit deficit.
Absolutely. And up and good.
Good job by the Bears, making sure they got touch. Good attack by Kaylee Thiel. that's definitely an advantage the Bears have against the post defenders right now of Copley.
Copley looking to drive. We'll give over to Angelique Lane.
A little bit of a four-corner stall right here. They're going to try to run as much clock off as they can. They're going to shorten this game up.
The Bears come out, pressure, run ourselves into a 5-second call. That's exactly what they're doing. Van Voorhees will give up to McKnight and dish back to Lane. The Bears have done this to perfection as well. So it's a play out of our own playbook, and that'll be a timeout called by Coach Solis. Timeout sponsored by Bryan Ford Lincoln. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. If you're the Lady Bears, what do you got to do right here? What do you see?
Keep doing the same thing. I mean, the problem is this is a really good ball handling team. They're very quick, so you can't just play ISO man-to-man defense against these guys without some help. As soon as you go to help, they can kick. You know, it's a double-edged sword. What are you going to do? If you help off, then you've given them an easy place to kick the ball away. When they decide they want to go, they're going to attack and try to kick for threes. They've been hot from three. Right now they're 3 of 5 this quarter and 4 of 8 in the ball game from three, while the Bears are just 2 of 6. So that's been a huge factor. When they've been able to kick and get open shots, they've been able to knock things down. If you're the Bears, you have to have a stop and a bucket, maybe even a turnover and a bucket, anything like that. That almost feels like a miracle right now, but a stop and a bucket would be huge with momentum going into the half.
Yeah. 31-16. And again, they're happy to just move things around. Stall.
And I think probably the X factor right now for Copley has been Evelyn McKnight, because the Bears have been able to take Callaway out by face guarding with Ella Voigt. But McKnight is quick enough to beat most of the Bears off the dribble by herself. And right now, it looks like all 5 can handle the ball.
Poked away, and it'll go to the Lady Bears.
I think everybody down there probably thought that was off Kaylee Thiel's foot, and I think the other officials coming in to talk. Nope, he's just coming over to get the ball. So there's the stop you need. Now you need a bucket.
Yep.
Mar Smith's going to get back in, a little bit of offense, defense here in the last 35 seconds.
So Voigt has it. We'll give over to Smith. 29 seconds to play underneath. Thiel, she turns, puts up a shot. Good. There's her bucket.
That is the advantage the Bears have right now. While Ayup and whatever, Kirakus, whoever is on the bench, the other big for Copley. While the bigs are on the bench, she can go to work against the reserve post players for Copley.
Shot is missed. Rebound comes down to the Bears, and they come in and knock it away at the last second going out of bounds. So the Bears will have 4.1 to go.
Have a good rebound there by Kaylee Thiel. Just kind of got rid of it a little quick into traffic. Bears lucky to get that ball back. They got 4 seconds here to try to get a shot off.
And they turn it right over, and Izzy Callaway gets the shot. So at the end of the first half of play, the main stop scoreboard shows 33-8 in favor of Copley. Going to take this timeout, come back with more after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Back on the Golden Bear Sports Network halftime, 33-18 in favor of Copley. This is not how the Bears have performed, and they have not faced a team I don't think as fast as this team in quite some time.
No, this is kind of like, this is the mirror right now. You're getting a little taste of your own medicine, just aggressive on the ball defense, no real freedom anywhere just to take off and go. if you're a Bryan player. And this is what we normally do to people. So can we go in at halftime? Can we make our adjustments? Can we make our adjustments and try to find a way to slowly get ourselves back in this 8-minute quarter when you come out? You've got to find a way to get into this lead as much as possible. Give yourself a fighting chance in the fourth quarter. Right now, if you're Coach Grosjean, you're going in and you're talking about stops on defense. You're talking about taking care of the basketball. Right now, it's 8 turnovers for the Bears, just 5 for Copley, and the Bears need to do a lot better job. Some of those have just been unforced errors. Like the last one right there, just an errant pass. Not good communication. Ella and Ella working together. Those two played a lot of basketball together, and they just weren't on the same page. And when Ralph threw it, Voigt turned the other way and threw it right into Callaway's hands for an easy layup. And she doesn't need any more help. That girl's been good enough tonight. She's been outstanding so far with they have her for 18 at the half. She had 22 the other night and already 18 at the half for her.
All right, well, we are going to we're going to start with that. We're going to go backwards a little bit. We're going to start we're going to look at our halftime adjustments. So let's do that first. Halftime adjustments being sponsored by Molly Color Allstate Agency in Bryan. She provides custom coverage for all of your insurance needs. Call Molly at 419-636-2540. Molly, a girls basketball alum, Bryan alum, and she's going to sponsor our halftime adjustments right now. So if you're Coach Grosjean, what's the adjustment here?
Well, I think we need to settle down. Even as we're going to have to ramp things up here in the second half, we're going to have to do it under control. Every possession, the rest of the way out, down 15 to start the half against a really good team with a kid right now who's playing outstanding basketball, we can't give away possessions. Those 8 turnovers don't sound like a lot, but a lot of them happened in bad times, in bad places. We just kind of gave the ball away. So we've got to take care of the ball. And that wasn't Bryan rebounding in the first half. We got plenty of boards. We looked pretty even with them, 11 for them, 10 for us. But we gave up too many second chances under the basket, too many easy looks under the basket. Coach Grosjean's not going to be happy when he sees that shot chart of where they were getting looks from. If they're going to continue to be that hot from 3 and bury the shot, then so be it. But you got to make the ball go away from the basket, get it out of the lane, make it get outside the line, and make them stay hot from 3 and just count on the fact that they're not going to, and then you got to go rebound those misses. We can't give up second chances. I'm sorry, Chris. Then I think the other thing we got to do on offensively, keep getting touches for Kaylee Thiel. Even when the starting posts are back in, go right at them, especially Ayub. She wants to foul you, let her. She's super aggressive. Use that against her. Let's try to get her out of the rotation as quick as possible.
If you're Coach Solis, what are you telling your team on the inside? Are you making any adjustments?
Let's get the ball to Izzy Callaway, and then just make sure you do a nice job of getting out of her way. And then once she penetrates, if the Bears are able to take that away, have your toes on the three-point line, be ready to shoot, be ready to attack. Because really, and McKnight, Evelyn McKnight, the sophomore, has been fantastic. She's been able to match Mars with quickness, anybody that we've matched up against her, and she can penetrate and attack. She's gotten to the rim and finished a couple times too, but it's really come down to Callaway. Callaway has been superb tonight. I bet she hasn't even missed too many shots. You look at the shoot, 6 of 7 total field goals, 4 of 4 from 2, 2 of 3 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, so she came out feeling pretty good. You got to find a way to make her uncomfortable. That's got nothing against Ella Voigt. Ella Voigt has battled her and done a great job. She's just played better offense against really good defense. And I think I wouldn't be surprised. The scoring total for them, they're averaging, I think you said, close to 60 a game. They're not going to be shy at all to pull it out and go old Dean Smith and Bobby Knight 4 corners like we saw late there in the first half, because I think right now they feel really comfortable saying our girl with the ball in her hands is a little quicker than your girl who's standing across from her. So you're not going to be able to take it away from us. You're going to have trouble trapping us and keeping us from finding that open kid, which has been the calling card of Bryan defense all year long.
Absolutely. All right, it is halftime, 33-18. Copley going to take a timeout, come back with our stats here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
to the school board and administration,
and everyone who played a role in this project.
We just want to say
thank you.
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington School property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan built!
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, halftime 33-18 in favor of Copley. Want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game. They include the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Jason Dietsch Automotive Services, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin, Turnbull, Funeral Home and Crematory Veteran Services of Williams County, Andrews O'Neill Lowe, Starks Plumbing and Heating, Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler and Brininger, Danielle Van Atta Agency, and Fackler Monument. All right, I want to look at our stats. Tonight's halftime stats are presented by Straight Line Outdoor. If you're ready to elevate your outdoor living experience to new heights, look no further than Straight Line Outdoor. With their expertise, commitment, and excellence on every project, they will transform your space into an oasis worth gathering around this year. Visit their website at straightlineoutdoor.com or call 419-576-2663 to set up a free quote today. Let's take a look at those halftime stats.
Well, I think if you've had a chance to look at those numbers while Chris was reading that off, it's not real hard to figure out. You look at the shooting, 12 of 26. There's nothing to write home about, but 4 of 9 from the three-point line, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. I talked about the night Izzy Callaway's having individually with her shooting. She's only missed 1 shot from the field, free throw line combined so far tonight. And the Bears 6 of 24. They do have a couple of threes, just 2 of 6 from there, 4 of 7 from the free throw line. So the Bears are going to have to find a way here to get stops, creep back into this ball game, and it's just going to be a matter of sticking to who you are and what got you here. It's not time to make changes now. It's not time to give up on the stuff that's been great for you for years, the stuff that you know how to do. Trust yourself. Be confident. Find your big girl inside. Let her get some touches. When that doesn't work, knock down your open shots. Go attack. You'll get to the free throw line. That whistle's going to come. These guys haven't not called fouls. They're going to get you to the free throw line, but don't go up flailing and just throw it up and bail them out by not letting them blow the whistle. Go strong through contact.
All right, let's take a look at some individual stats.
We talked about Callaway already on the Copley side. She's got 18, including 2 threes, and she's 4 of 4 from the free throw line. They've also off the bench, Zoe Van Voris has got 6 points on 2 threes in that big second quarter that Copley had. And then that's followed by 4 points from Cammie Ayup, who spent a lot of the first half on the bench with her 3 fouls. 3 points by Evelyn McKnight, the nice point guard, and then 2 points by Emily Karakus. 2 fouls for Audrey Parker, also the sophomore post. So 3 fouls on Ayup and 2 fouls on Parker. That's at least a little bit of a story. On the Bears side of things, Kaylee Thiel got herself into double digits in the second quarter. She's at 11 right now. 3 points from Ella Rao, 3 points from Anna Gray, and Ava Zimmerman's added a free throw off the bench for the Bears. So time for the Bears to make a little bit of a run right here. Trust yourself. Trust that experience that you've got. You played a lot of basketball. You're not ready to be done yet, so let's see what kind of fight we've got.
Absolutely. 33-18 as we end the Bryan Athletic Boosters halftime show. And let's see what the Bears can do. They will get the basketball to start the quarter. Little halftime adjustment courtesy of our good friend Zach Hazlett. He says we need to put Ella Rao on their number 3. That's his adjustment. And Ella Rao right now is standing on the sideline. To bring the ball in. They're resetting the clock.
Here we go.
Let's see. Here we go. Got 8 minutes on the clock. Need that.
Well, the scoreboard's been a little shaky. It's the last game of the year. You don't know. This could be the JV crew working one here. Maybe everybody else is busy on a Friday night. But it hasn't unplugged yet tonight, so that's a bonus.
You just jinxed it, by the way.
Oh, I hope so.
Gray with the basketball. Gray gets double teamed, looking for some help. We'll give it to Smith. Right now there's a mismatch. Audrey Parker, 6 foot on Smith.
Yeah, we got a mismatch in the post right now. McKnight on Theo. We need to get her the basketball. Rao
will give to Gray. Gray puts up a shot. No good. Rebound comes down to Voigt. It's blocked. And now on the floor.
That looked like a lot of wrist.
Oh, they're going to call a jump ball.
I think they're going to call a foul on Kaylee Thiel.
on
looks like Anna Gray. Boy, they're going to call that nickel dime on the floor, and they didn't protect the shooter very well there. Voigt got whacked across the arm a little bit there. That's what you hope to not get in a big game, guys that are happy to call the nickel dimers because they don't end up at the free throw line. But not call the
blocked away by
shooting
Kaylee
fouls.
Thiel.
Nice job. Good length.
Thiel will drive, put up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Rao. Doesn't fall, but she'll head to the line for a pair of Welling Construction free throws.
Nice tip away there by Kaylee Thiel in that transition D. Force a turnover, and then nice job by Ella Rao staying with it and following Thiel down the floor.
Welling Construction, a third-generation family-owned general contractor for quality custom homes, renovation projects, and commercial work. Contact us at 419-636-3712. First one for Rao, rattles in and out. Copley tried to have a little meeting in the key, and the official chased him out. Next one, no good. Rebound loose, comes down to Voigt. And let's see, we got a jump ball, and that'll go with Copley if that's the call.
Bears just 4 of 9 from the free throw line now on the night. That's not the difference in a 15-point game, but you don't want to give away the chance to get points without the clock running as you're trying to creep back into a ball game.
Absolutely. They'll bring it up. McKnight gets it across the timeline. Parker with the basketball now. She'll hand off to McKnight, and they'll lose the basketball. That's not a clean exchange.
A little bit of a mishandle right there.
Bears try to get it, Voigt tries to get to Rao, now back underneath to Voigt. Back out to Rao, launches the three. No good. Rebound comes down to Anna Gray. Gray back to Rao. Rao will drive, put up the shot, and we've got a foul. That'll be on Zoe Van Voorhis. And that will put Rao to the line again.
Good activity by the Bears right there. Staying aggressive off of that missed shot. Just got to keep moving against an aggressive defense. It's really quick. Got to keep moving. Look for the gaps in attack. Try to catch them when they're over-rotated.
No good. And Ella Rao the other night against Elida?
Yeah, one of the early games in our gym, like 13 to 16 from the line, 14 to 16, something like that.
Now the Lady Bears can't buy a foul shot. That one's good, though. 33.
See one go in. Sometimes that's all it takes. We saw one go in. Our defense has been good coming out to start the half, so we need to continue.
Ayub has it. We'll give to Callaway. Callaway looks to drive. Shot is blocked. It comes down to Smith. Smith will get on the outlet to Rao. Rao bounce pass over to Gray. And sometimes you got to not be selfish. You just got to go with the hoop. And Anna Gray did just that.
There's Anna Gray. Great take by Anna Gray. Good athletic play by her. Bears using some defense. Get themselves back into this a little bit at a time. That'll be another turnover for Copley. Yep. 3 of them real quick out of the gate. This is how you're going to get back into it right now. Possession at a time. Take care of the ball. Get your finishes.
The key is finishing here.
Can't give away possessions, absolutely.
Thiel with the basketball. Thiel will get it out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off of her. I don't know how it could possibly go off of her.
It looked like she might have lost the handle, and I kind of thought she might have shuffled her feet a little bit, but officials are going to talk about it.
They're going to change it.
Well, we appreciate the help from over there. Absolutely do.
The talk and get it right. I think you're right. I think there was some, maybe it got
a little bit of help.
Yeah,
a little bit of help getting that knocked out of Kaylee's hands.
The inbound, Smith, she was getting ridden all the way down the court. She picked it up though, and now she'll bring it down.
Smith.
And it gets poked out away again.
Good hands by McKnight right
Loose
there.
again. Nobody can hold on to it. Gray has it.
I think I just saw a couple kids in the student section at Copley just saying, slow it down. Everybody knows it needs to be slowed down. Everybody's got to relax a little bit here, a little juiced up. Start the third quarter in an intense ball game.
Yep. Underneath to Thiel. Thiel up. Good.
A great feed right there. Nice entry pass. Good seal by Kaylee Thiel. 10-point ball game for the Bears.
They trail by 10, 33-23. They get across the timeline to Callaway. Callaway will go over to Caracas. Callaway has it. Caracas.
That's got to be real close to a 5. He's been counting the entire time. And then airmail again. I think Copley, and I don't want him to do it. I don't want him to be better off, but I think they'd be a lot better off just to go back to running their offense. Right now they're trying to play the slow down game, and it's just taking their aggressiveness away. 5 turnovers here early into the third quarter.
Bears will get it. Mara Smith with the basketball. Smith will give it to Rao. Rao has Voigt streaking through, and she loses the basketball. Again loses the basketball. They fire it down. Callaway misses the shot, and they'll reset it up.
Bears just got out scrambled to the loose ball after the miss. Yeah, and Copley looks really happy just to try to run time every possession right here.
10-point lead for Copley with 3:54 remaining third quarter. They try to get it underneath. Easy backdoor layup.
Yeah, once you're beaten, and then Kaylee Thiel had to come help. Doesn't get much easier than that. Nice lob over the top by Callaway. First bucket of the quarter there for Copley.
Smith has it. Will feed underneath to Thiel. Thiel loses the basketball. No foul called. Bryan fans wanted a foul. Backdoor by Ioops, no good. Rebound, Van Voorhis. 3-ball good for Izzy Callaway.
Force a miss layup. Bears not able to gather the rebound, and then Callaway with a big 3 in the corner gets it back to 13.
Rao will be fouled on the way through.
And he's going to call that on Ayoub. That's going to give her 4.
And they're going to say that was on the floor.
Yep. No, he did not call. He pointed at Ayoub, but he's giving it to 12, I believe.
Caracas.
They come up really slowly on the scoreboard.
Copley wants a timeout with 3:09 remaining third quarter. The main stop scoreboard shows 38-23. This will be a full timeout. Timeout sponsored by Bryan Ford Lincoln, North Main Street, Bryan, where good values mean a great deal. Going to take this timeout with them.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
Nobody likes an awkward silence, but you can actually use it for something good.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Time might be the Golden Bears' enemy now as they're down 38-23 with 3:09 remaining third quarter. Had it to 10, and then a couple quick buckets by Copley.
Yeah, missed shot, turnover, and 5 quick points, including a 3 by Izzy Callaway to get her to 21 on the night. Yeah, Bears just, you need stops, you need buckets. Copley's not backing off with their defense at all. Not going to give you anything easy. Got to be physical with the basketball, be physical through finishes.
And stole it away off the inbound.
We need to throw it to our team. Just making it too easy to them. Too many unforced errors for the Bears right now.
And there'll be a 10-second goal. Well, that's a quick 10-second goal.
Well, I wish I'd have looked at the clock there when they took it out of bounds.
Sometimes you get 11, 12, and that was about 9.5, maybe 9.
Well, we had the one earlier this year where we got called for a 10 at Elida, and Coach watched the film later, and it was 19, or we didn't get a 10 call. They had the ball for 19 seconds in the backcourt. The official that day told him he had him right at 9.
Bears trying to get something going here. Anna Gray has the basketball now. She'll look to drive. Give to Josie Arnold underneath. It gets knocked away. Arnold picks it back up, back to Gray. Mara Smith is standing down here looking for it. Gray will go, then dish out to Voigt. 3-ball, rattles in and out. Rebound. We're going to get a foul on Kaylee Thiel on the rebound.
Yeah, I think the official saw the hand on the back right there. Voigt got a good look from the corner, just not able to knock it down. Bears were running offense in a phone booth over there on the right sideline for a minute, but that's part of that pressure defense that Copley's been throwing at him all night. Just nothing comfortable. Voiter got a good look at one there open, and that hasn't happened very often, just not able to get it to go. Rattled in and out on her.
Again, they're going to run into trouble here. He got it over that time. Ayuk loses it, and it's going to stay with them. They were close to another 10-second call.
It's been really I just think they've almost taken their own aggressiveness away from themselves by how they're trying to do things, and if the Bears could score on the other end, that would play into our hands a little bit better. We just haven't been able to take advantage offensively enough.
Callaway has it. Give it to McKnight. McKnight drives, puts up a shot, and good. It's been nothing but easy for
Evelyn McKnight has done a nice job of finishing at the basket a couple of times. The lefty just finishes strong.
Up, Kaylee Thiel with a bucket. 15-point lead for Copley.
That is the mismatch. Parker and Ayuk do not want to pick up another foul, so they're letting her have that.
Long shot, no good. Rebound. Karakas. Karakas has had 3 or 4 of those.
And just no check out again by the Bears.
They feed underneath the kick. It should stay right here with the Bears.
Bears are not going to be happy when they watch video and see the offensive rebounds that they've given up tonight. Just too many second chances and easy second chances.
Yep. Rowell inbound. Looking for some help. Quickly needs to get it in. Fires it into Mara Smith. Smith goes down. Rao launches a 3. No good. Rebound comes down, and we're going to get another foul on Kaylee Thiel.
Just trying to hustle. Just trying to do whatever she can. Trying to hustle to go get her hands on that. That'll be her 3rd. I don't think Coach can afford to take her off the floor right now. Not at this point.
42-25. Copley leads this one.
Bears can't get a stop and get a couple buckets here before the 4th quarter starts. Going to be a real dangerous spot.
They fire it down to Callaway. Callaway working on Voigt. And they're going to set up in that 4 corners again. They're happy to run this whole thing down. Bears need to come out and make some noise here with that.
I feel like I'm watching WFFT with Beverly Arnold back in 1986, and Bobby Knight's got a lead in the second half.
Yep.
It works for a reason. It's been around a long time for a reason.
She'll drive now. Bounce pass. Backdoor up. No good. Rebound comes down to Rao.
That's a bullet dodge by the Bears right there. Callaway's done that a couple times, making the bottom defender come up and then finding the cutter.
Thiel look to drive. Try to get the foul. Nothing.
Just a little out of control there for Kaylee.
Underneath. Backdoor. Easy cut for Callaway.
And I don't think with the night she's having, you're going to see Izzy Callaway miss that bunny like Ayuk just did.
Rao will bring it up. Over to Thiel, underneath to Voigt. Voigt loses the basketball. Bounce back to Thiel, who will drive, put up a shot, and they're going to call that on Thiel. That'll be 4 on her.
Block charge is always a tough one. It looked like Callaway got there. Kaylee just trying to make something happen.
Thiel will sit down. Arnold will come in.
So 7 seconds left now. Bears got to do everything they can not to give up anything easy.
And Voigt's going to get whistled for a foul.
I was going to say don't foul. I should have said it a little bit sooner because that's 5, and now they're going to shoot free throws with 5 seconds left.
What do they got going on here? I think they're going to toss a fan, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know
if the players went into the crowd and somebody said something maybe to the official, probably on the reach there by Ella Voigt. I'm sure somebody disagreed with the call. That happens on every call.
All right, so that'll put Callaway to the line to shoot 2. That one is up and good. She hasn't missed from there.
No, 5 for 5 on the night tonight. Like I said, 6 for 6 in the regional semifinal. Moment's not too big for her. She's been really good. She's an impressive player.
Next one is good.
I'm not sure she's drawn iron on about 5 of the 6 of them.
21-point lead for Copley. Bears looking to bring it down quickly and shoot a 3. Boy, got it at the buzzer.
Every little bit helps.
46-28. That's unbelievable. We're going to go the fourth quarter. 46-28 Copley. Back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
To the school board and administration,
And everyone who played a role in this project.
we just want to say
thank you.
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington School property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
STEM is everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead. STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. The only limit is your imagination. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Back on the Golden Bear Sports Network, 46-28. Copley leads. They start the fourth quarter of play.
Nothing's impossible. 18 points at the start of the quarter isn't going to be easy against a really good team. Starters are on the floor. Kaylee Thiel out there with her 4.
They're going to say she went over her back.
Yeah, Ella Voigt threw it back to Ella Rao in the backcourt. I think it looked like she was losing her balance a little bit. Didn't have much of an option. Not the way you wanted to start the quarter for sure.
No, for sure. That's the way that the Bears start, or that Copley started it. With our quick little turnover, didn't need the possession.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Both teams gave away possessions to start a quarter there.
Callaway with it. She'll drive, then kick out, and fortunately, Ayope was there.
Yeah, I think she took just enough off of that, got in the air, realized nobody was in the corner, took enough off so Ayope could go get it. And I think this is pretty much going to be fourth quarter offense. Spread us out, try to attack.
Parker missed the shot, and are they going to say it went out of bounds? No, they're going to whistle
they got a
Parker.
foul on Syracuse, maybe. But I've.
Yep.
Yeah, I finally got one.
There you go.
Been a while. Stop at a time, bucket at a time. There's one stop.
Mara Smith brings it up. Working against McKnight. She'll give over to Rao. Rao. Bounce pass underneath. Turnover.
Nice rotation by Callaway right there. Not a terrible idea by Rao.
Callaway will be fouled by Mara Smith. That'll be 3 on her. Callaway out of the line for a pair of Welling Construction free throws.
Callaway's just been a lot to handle tonight.
Yep, she has.
That is a really good player. I would say since Dee Alexander from Purcell Marion last year in the state semis, we haven't seen an individual like this.
Nope.
Bree Jefferson was a great player for Toledo Rogers, but we had an answer. We were able to stay in front. She wasn't as under control and wasn't as polished and smooth. Lauren Gherkin's just a different kind of player for Liberty Benton. But Callaway is really, really good. She's been impressive, and she's been fantastic from the field and from the free throw line.
Next one, good as well. It's a 20-point ball game, 48-28 with 7:13 remaining. And then a shot by Anna Gray's no good, tipped around. 3 ball for Rao, no good, front iron. Rebound comes down to Copley. Fire it down. Basketball lost out of bounds, should stay.
Sure looked like it went off of Callaway there. If I'm not going to call a foul, looked like it went off Callaway's hands. Bears defense has been great in the second half, as much as it's hard to believe with the points that have been scored and the deficit. The Bears have still played really hard defensively, forced 8 turnovers here in the half.
Smith will hand off to Gray. Gray up, no good. Rebound comes down, and we're going to get a jump ball. Oh, did they call a foul? They called a foul on Mara Smith.
Yep, going to be her 4th.
Wow.
She's trying to make something happen in the backcourt.
That's rough. Kaylee Thiel's also going to sit down.
Try to protect Kaylee a little bit here with some offense, defense for what it's worth at this point in the ball game. Anything you can do to keep 3 involved in the game. If you're going to make any kind of run to get back in it, you got to have Kaylee Thiel.
Yep. Callaway will bring it up. She'll dish off to Karakis. Back to Callaway.
And the other thing we've seen tonight is Copley has known what to do to get the ball back to Callaway when she's been face guarded. The other night we didn't see that out of Granville when Anna Reno couldn't get the ball back. They couldn't get anything going.
Ayuk. 50-28 now. Arnold with the basketball. Feed underneath. Rao misses. Fouled. We'll head to the line.
I think there's a reason. You talked about Coach Solis's resume, where she's been, 450-plus wins. There's a reason. She's won a lot of ball games, and her team's they played really well. They've been well coached, well prepared. Been really impressed with how they've done things.
First one for Rao. Rattle's no good. Tell you what, the Lady Bears have not had that girl tonight that has taken over the game.
No, Kaylee's the closest. She's got 15, but she's got to rely on everybody else around her to get the ball, and that's been tough with this pressure defense from Copley. And she's made the most out of the touches that she's got. It's just been hard to get the ball into her.
Good. 21-point lead for Copley. 50-28, 5:56 remaining. And Copley content to just move it along or move it around, so Bears have to come out and play defense.
Yeah, they're going to do everything they can.
Timeout called by Coach Solis.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing we've seen out of the Bears. Try to dribble out the clock. You get stuck. Use your timeouts to save you. Get back at it. It feels like we're watching a little bit of a mirror of ourselves.
We are. Timeout sponsored by Bryan Ford Lincoln North Main Street. Bryan, where good values mean a great deal. Let's just keep it right here. We've got a lot. You can see a lot of down faces on the Bears sideline over there.
Well, there's not going to be any quit in that group, especially when you got seniors on the floor. Their goal was to get back to Dayton. They made it last year, and it felt like it was just this miracle kind of run, and everybody in town was behind. We've got a huge crowd here. We've had nothing but great support from the community for these kids. But all these kids have talked about is when they're getting back to Dayton, when they get back to Dayton. And then they saw they're going to match up with Purcell Mary. When we get a chance at D.D. Alexander again, how are we going to defend her? They believed in themselves all year. They don't panic. They don't quit, and we're not going to see it start tonight. It may not finish the way that we want it to, but they're not going to quit. They're not going to do anything that isn't anything than their best effort.
So Copley will inbound. They get it in. Knocked out of bounds. Will stay right here.
Good hands by Integrate. Yep. But they continue to pressure, ball pressure, do everything you can to make life hard on Copley in the half court.
They get it into McKnight. McKnight work it against Zimmerman. Zimmerman's not going to let her just pass it around. She's going to come in. We're going to get a foul on Josie Arnold. And that's what's going to be the trouble is the fouls are going to count out, and it's going to extend this game.
And the Bears are going to have to.
Yep.
Their coach has got to decide how long he goes with that. But right now we're still coaching like this is a 2-possession ball game and not a 21-point ball game.
They get it in. Underneath, knocked away by Zimmerman on the floor, and we're going to – what do we got? We're going to get a
white
foul.
Ball, looked like on 12 maybe. Nice job by Ava Zimmerman denying in the post right there.
Karakis will pick it up.
Post defense skills.
Yeah.
Offensive subs back in here for Arnold and Zimmerman.
So Rao will inbound. No, Thiel will inbound, excuse me.
Bears got to get it up and get quick shots.
Smith brings it up quick, gives to Voigt. Voigt bounce pass underneath. We're going to get a foul. And that'll be on, is that Ayuk?
Yep.
That's 4 on her. Ayuk, excuse me. I keep saying that wrong.
Coming in for the Lady Indians, number 5, Audrey Parker.
Audrey Parker will check in. I'll tell you what, Audrey Parker has played a heck of a game for Copley.
She has. Ayuk's been solid, too.
Oh, my goodness.
Another turnover for the Bears. We've really struggled against the defense on the baseline out of bounds. That's the second time one's
it wasn't
been
helped
tipped
by
away.
Evelyn McKnight ran right through Mara Smith.
Looked like a defensive back there.
She did. Voigt with it, looks to drive, puts up a shot, rattles no good. Voigt ended up on the floor, gets the ball back. Now Rao has it, now Gray. Gray, shot, no good, front iron. 4:42 remaining.
Nothing easy for the Bears.
Nope.
Voigt got challenged.
And the foul, and I think that's going to be Thiel's 5th foul if that's what they're going to whistle it on.
Yeah. Evelyn McKnight done a great job all night going to the rim and finishing. No different right there. And Kaylee Thiel's going to get a great hand in her last high school basketball game, more than likely.
Yep. Emotion over there is big time.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for the senior. Got seniors on this team that have played a lot of basketball games together. Great hand, nice job showing respect from the Bryan crowd.
Foul shot missed, rebound to the Bears. Voigt will bring it down. Voigt will get
she was falling
whistle.
down.
Yep.
There again, Patrick Henry flop right there.
Yeah, it was a Patrick Henry flop.
Start falling about the time she hits the three-point line and just hope for the best. That's why these guys are working a regional game, because that would have been a charge in Hamler that night.
Yep. Avery Brown will check in. Mara Smith going to get a well-deserved hand as she will head off probably for the last time. No good. They're going to say what? We have a lane violation? Oh.
2 shots. At least it gave the Bears an opportunity to realize Callaway had snuck behind us again.
Yep, that one's good. 24-point lead now, 54-30, Copley. Got Avery Brown in right now. Knocked away, and they're going to get a foul on Anna Gray. That was such
a little bit of an acting job there. There was some contact, but there was a little bit. I'd say it was probably better acting than the amount of contact that we just saw.
So Gray will pick up foul number 3.
Fifth foul now. Both teams will be shooting with every whistle the rest of the way out.
4:16 remaining in this one.
You don't want anybody from Copley on the line right now, but you definitely don't want Izzy Callaway.
She's been automatic. She may be the best free throw shooter I've seen in girls basketball this year.
She's definitely the one. Yeah, I would agree with that 100%. It's just smooth. Bang, bang, balls up. Like I said earlier, I don't know that she's drawn iron much with these free throws. It's the same shot. Anybody watching this, it's a kid that plays the game. Here's your routine. 3 dribbles, eye it up.
Yeah, we just jinxed
talked her. Finally, I've been working on that all night. 9 to 10, though, for her from the free throw line. And that one was in and came back out again.
I don't know what they're calling there.
I don't know if they just saw some activity they didn't like, blew the whistle, tried to stop something before anything bad happened. Bears have possession, so they get the ball.
Bears will bring it down. I guess Smith came back in.
Yeah, she just checked in. I think they're just doing offense, defense. It's a little early for Coach to throw up the white towel, I think.
That's good bucket there by Anna Gray.
Nice take by Anna Gray. Anna Gray is such a great addition to the team this year, being able to play all season long. A lot of heart, a lot of effort out of her every time she steps on the floor.
They get it across the timeline. Backdoor cut shot by Parker.
And Izzy Calloway is one of those that makes everybody around her better.
Yep.
You are going to get looks, and you're going to be better because you're on the floor with her, and that's happened. She's probably got a handful of assists now to go along with her 30 points. Sorry.
Gray up, no good. Rebound will come down to Lane. They get it down to Parker. Copley just happy to burn some offense, or burn some clock, I mean. Stolen away, though, by the Bears. Arnold let everybody blow by. She'll drive.
She'll let him, or it'll just happen naturally. Nobody's allowed to tell her I said that. I won't hear the end of it.
Arnold makes the bucket for her first points of the game. Going to get a timeout by Coach Solis. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 57-34, a 23-point lead, and the winner of this one is going to face the winner of Dayton and Cincinnati Purcell Marion.
We were talking
Purcell
earlier.
Marion back for the third time if they win.
They have a chance for a three-peat. They won it in Division III 2 years ago. Then they won it in Division II after defeating us in the semis, and they've been rolling everybody in the tournament so far.
Yeah.
And I was trying to remember. I thought you and I talked before the game. I really do think they beat Hamilton-Baden in the regional final last year, so that could be a repeat matchup there too. I'm sure we'll get an update on that once we get to the end.
Well, 2:53 left in this one. Going to take a lot longer than that. Every foul is going to be shooting.
Yeah, this fourth quarter is kind of a little bit longer, come to a grinding halt here the last few possessions because the defense isn't going to change on either end. A lot of kids are going to play hard, aggressive, handsy defense, so there's still going to be whistles.
A little bit of post defense there for Brown, and Karakas a little taller than her and steps right over her.
Yeah, Copley found the mismatch right away. Tough spot for Avery Brown to be in, but she was battling everything she had.
Voigt will give to Gray. Gray puts it up and off front iron. Rebound will come down. They're going to call a foul. Is that on Voigt? I believe it is.
That was the direction he pointed. But Gray has drawn a lot of contact on that runner all night. It just has not had
No, they're going to say that the foul is on Copley.
They call it on Ayub, call her fifth. That'll put Voigt at the line. That was it you, Chris. He pointed back at Ella Voigt.
Maybe he pointed at her for shooting foul shots.
Yeah, I agree. He's just trying to call out his shooter.
Well, 2 for Ella Voigt, 2 Welling Construction free throws. First one's missed. Just not been the Bears' night.
It has not been. It hasn't been in a lot of ways. Ella Voigt didn't get there this year, but has the school record for season free throw percentage. Shot 86% last year. She'll have her name on the board for a while.
Yep, that one's good. So she only has 5 points on the night, and that's uncharacteristic. Going to foul now, and that'll be foul number 3. So that'll put Callaway to the line. So 3 on Voigt.
It'd be nice to put somebody else on the line for sure.
It would be nice to put somebody else on the line. First one is good. Did they just say we want DD?
JV.
Oh, JV. I thought he said DD. I'm like, wow.
Be careful what you ask for. It's kind of like the teams that chant we want Bama that play in the MAC or the Sun Belt.
Yeah.
We know they're not serious.
Yeah.
But I think they were asking, they think it's time for the JVs to come in off the bench.
Shot is missed. Foul committed. And that'll put Smith to the line. Foul going to go on number 10, Evelyn McKnight.
A little bit of a late whistle right there, but the Bears will take it.
Third.
Mara Smith, one of the best defensive players in Northwest Ohio.
First one is good.
Besides the great defense that she's played all year, her entire career, she's been the main ball handler. She's got the Bears into their offense. She's been a great rebounder. She's got assists. And anytime you need a big three, Mara Smith's been around to knock down that big three. So it's good to see her get on the scoreboard tonight for the Bears.
61-37 your score. They get it down. Callaway will give over to Lane. Now they cross-court it. Brown doing a good job defending the ball. Get it in the corner. And they're going to get a foul on Smith. That'll be her 5th.
It's just the second time this year we've had a player foul out. Now that's 2. There's been a lot of whistles. That's the 3rd player in this game to foul out. It's just been called tight. There's a lot of contact in the game. It's been called really tight.
Mara Smith goes over to hug Kaylee Thiel, and Voigt come out, gets a big hug from Thiel.
Great response from this Bryan crowd here tonight. Can't say enough about the Purple Wave, the fans that have followed. The crowds have just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger as the season has gone on. We get deeper in the tournament. More and more people have shown up and followed, shown the interest in the girls and the support. It's been outstanding. Something these kids will never forget.
Free throw missed, and Zimmerman took a shot from Emily Karakis.
Karakis kind of went through her right there.
Ella Rao's going to check out.
Last couple seniors are get a chance for their applause, and they're off the floor. Not the way they wanted it to end by any stretch of the imagination, but those kids don't have anything to hang their heads about. The things they've done, what they've accomplished in their 4 years, it'll be hard for any other class to really match that. They can chase it, but it's going to be awful hard to match.
Yep. Zimmerman with the basketball. Arnold has it now. Arnold will drive, bounce pass. Amaya Langham's in the game too. To Brown. I'd like to see Brown get a bucket here.
Be nice, yeah. Be nice for her to get a shot off, get an opportunity.
Zimmerman has it. They look to drive. Zimmerman puts it up and in.
Nice runner there. Good decision by Ava Zimmerman.
She has 3 on the night.
Good take and good finish by the sophomore. You're going to see a lot of action next year for Coach Grosjean and the Bears. Everyone on this floor right now, other than Avery Brown, is going to see a lot of action for the Bears, and you see another sub at the table ready to come in.
Minute 5 to go here. Callaway with the basketball, and they can feel it here. Trip to the Final Four coming for Copley. And they're just moving things around. And
Brown's going to go get a foul to get. Good chance if she can be recognized to go off the floor. Avery Brown missed most of last season, if not all of last season, with an injury, but one of the best teammates you could ask for. Great season this season in soccer. Did a great job for that team. And she stuck out basketball through all the years, even if she wasn't playing a whole lot of basketball. You never got anything but her best all the time.
Foul shot is good for Karakis. Callaway is off the floor, as I believe McKnight is too. Oh, I'm wrong. Yes, she
McKnight's
is.
right beside her, yep.
That one rattles in and out. Bears will have it. Mason almost stepped out of bounds with it.
She might just take it over the baseline there.
Josie Arnold up, no good. And this is pretty much going to do it. 5-second call. It'll be a turtle slip. The Bears will have it for the last part.
Bears get at least a chance to get one more shot off here before it's over.
Well, I will say that all the Bears fans that came out and supported, great job, and it's going to be a rough ride home, rougher than Tuesday night, I'm sure.
Long ride home after a way you didn't want a ball game to go. Played a really quality opponent. Gave him everything you could.
Arnold misses it, and Copley will win the regional, and will head to Dayton to face either Baden or Purcell Marion. So Copley will go to 25-3 on the season. The Bears will finish their season at 26-2, and they should be proud of the season they've had. Just not the way they want it to end.
No, and it's not going to feel good tonight. It's not going to feel good tomorrow. But as they have the opportunity to step back and look at what they've been able to accomplish this season, the last couple of seasons, their career, and, you sit down at your banquet, you're going to talk about these things. Once all those awards and accolades start to get listed and you look at all that stuff, there's nothing here but pride in what they've been able to accomplish in their time in high school. And the one thing Coach Groshine likes to talk about is once a Bear, always a Bear. And the kind of role models you can be, the kind of example that you can set. This class can say that they followed great examples of the classes before them, and they set a trail here that's going to be, really hard for other classes to catch up with. But if you can get those younger kids who are sitting behind the bench to continue to chase and be the next great class, that's how you continue to build a program and make good things happen.
Absolutely. 62-39, we're going to keep it here as they're going to do a trophy presentation, and you can just see the sideline, the Lady Bears, the frustration.
The Lady Bears were on the other side of this last year. First trip to state in school history. This is the second time, I think, for Copley. They went in 2006. Young team, 3 seniors. Had 3 senior starters, 2 sophomore starters. A freshman came off the bench. Their future looks pretty good. Izzy Callaway won't be back next year. Ayuk, the second leading scorer, won't be back, but McKnight and a couple of those other key players will be back. And you get them hungry. That's what Coach Groshine had last year. 4 of his 5 starters were juniors, and they came back in the summer not just expecting to be good, but expecting to be here, be back in a regional, and they expected to be back at the state tournament. This isn't where they wanted their season to end. But like I said, once you get a couple days to step back and you get a chance to reflect and look, you're going to know what you accomplished. You're going to know to be really proud of what you accomplished. But tonight's probably not the night for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're gonna runner-up trophy going to go to the Lady Bears. And again, they should be really proud of the purple wave that has supported them all along.
Yeah, but there was a while this game wasn't real close here in the second half, but I don't think anybody's left.
Nope.
The Bryan crowd is so big, they've stuck it out to the end.
And
they're showing their respect to these kids and to these coaches for what they have been able to accomplish.
So they're announcing all the Bryan kids and getting the runner-up medals, and it's not the way that the Lady Bears wanted to go out here. But the future looks pretty bright. Avery Brown will get a big ovation. Kelsey Thiel, 21, or Kaylee Thiel, depending on the game night.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's
That'll
Josie
be a
Arnold.
great story that they can talk about later. The night Kaylee forgot number 3, wore 21, scored 21 in a district semifinal.
And as Coach Groshine told me, he thought they wanted to maybe put her at number 32.
I think one of his boys texted him and said, "Find the biggest number you can and put her in that."
Taylor Dominic gets hers.
Or Dominique.
It's
add a little French flair to it. It's classy for her. Way too classy for her dad, though.
Mara Smith gets a big ovation. And Ella Rao, a big part of this. Anna Gray. We're getting our stats as we go here. Ella Voigt with a big ovation. Haley Thiel. We saw the sadness when she left.
And she's had a great run in the tournament.
Yes, she has.
And besides a great year, first team all-league, first team all-district. She's been huge for the Bears in the tournament.
And now they're doing the coaches. The Lady Bears will get the runner-up trophy here.
Assistant coach
Johnny Miner and Coach Valdez, Nikki Miner.
John
Colin
Miner's
Walker.
been around with Todd Groshing for a long time. Those guys have coached a lot of ball together, and they've been friends for a long time. Colin Walker, a friend of Coach Groshing's sons, and came in over to Bryan and helped. And you're not going to find a coaching staff much tighter than those guys, much closer than those guys, and that work any harder than they do.
Coach Groshing heads out. We'll get a handshake from Mr. Rary, Mr. Keel.
Step short of where they wanted to be, but I know Todd Groshing well enough to know that every step was important and every step mattered. He didn't take any of this for granted. Coached a lot of ball games. He's been around a lot of teams, and he knew how special this was regardless of how this one turned out tonight.
And the seniors will accept the runner-up trophy. Not the trophy they wanted to accept, but definitely proud to be back here at regionals. And
well, you've been in the regionals back-to-back years. You played at Mansfield Senior High School, 4 games. You're 3-1 here. You've got a lot of good memories. You played a lot of great basketball. But like I said, tonight's not the night to reflect. Tonight, it hurts, and it's okay that it hurts. There'll be plenty of time to look back and know what you accomplished and how important that it is, how proud you should be.
all right, we're going to take our post-game timeout. We're going to take breaks 1 and 2 together, and we are going to come back with final stats and everything after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason East Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, since 1922, we've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Let's play together. Bryan, Ohio will have a new inclusive playground on the site of the former Lincoln Elementary School. An inclusive playground is a place for children and families of all physical, mental, and social abilities to learn, play, and grow together. We are currently raising funds with the goal of starting construction this fall. The Lincoln Park Inclusive Playground Project is an initiative of Bryan Parks and Recreation using a project fund at the Bryan Area Foundation. To learn more or make a donation, visit BryanAreaFoundation.org.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back on the Golden Bears Sports Network, 62-39. The Lady Bears can just look aside as the Copley Indians get their trophy and their medals. They lose 62-39. Want to thank our sponsors one final time all season. We really appreciate them bringing us these games. The Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, Jason Dietsch Automotive Services, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Veteran Services of Williams County, Fackler Monument, Danielle Van Atta Agency, Newcomer, Shaver, Spangler, and Brininger, Starks, Plumbing and Heating, Andrews, O'Neill, and Lowe. And let's take a look at our final stats here.
Wait, the story of the game as far as the Bears are concerned was that defense. They got the other side of some suffocating defense tonight. You got to give Copley a ton of credit. They were physical. They caused all kinds of issues. The Bears could never really get comfortable on the offensive end of the floor. And on the defensive end, they attacked the basket. They made a bunch of shots. You can see the field goals right there. Overall field goals, 22 of 42 for Copley, 5 of 11 from 3, 13 of 19 from the line, including Callaway being an 11 of 12 herself from the line. That 18 turnovers got inflated a little bit in the second half, but the Bears were using some of that good pressure defense to get back into it. On the Bears side, just did not shoot the basketball well, and I think that's a credit to the defense as much as it was saying that we didn't have a good night shooting the ball. The defense was just really good all night from Copley. 3 of 11 from 3, 10 of 19 from the free throw line, 16 turnovers, and the 5 bench points. We ran into a really good basketball team tonight. We ran into a good basketball team down in Dayton last year when our season ended, and this team is every bit as good. They may not be the same team, and it'll be interesting to see if Purcell Marion won tonight when they match up in the semifinals, what that's going to look like. But the reality is that's a really good basketball team over there. And even the kids that came off the bench, there wasn't much of a drop-off. They were quick. They were aggressive on D. It caused the Bears fits on both ends.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a team you ran into. Didn't expect that. So, final score, 62-39. Want to thank our broadcast crew, our director engineer, Krista Bruner, our cameras tonight, Tony Malanga, Christopher Allspaw, athletic department at BHS, Nathan Keel and Teresa Kuzmal, our tournament manager here at Mansfield, Lori Romano. Want to thank Golden Bear Photography, Matt Neff and Stephanie Ponzak, WQCT Radio, our board op, Rick Armentrout back there. I am the executive producer of the Golden Bear Sports Network, and we're going to be getting back for spring sports. Got at least 4 softball, 4 baseball to do, so we're just going to start there and do it over. So final thoughts before we go.
Well, what a great season. What a fun ride. Appreciate everybody who watched and who listened. And you and I heard from people as the year went on, whether it's boys' games or girls' games, people that were following along, but definitely the momentum of the community, getting behind this girls' basketball team, the players and the coaches. These kids and coaches have nothing to hang their head about. Don't worry about that scoreboard. Don't worry about any of that other stuff. When you have a chance to sit back and reflect, I've said it 10 times already, you're going to see all of the great things that you did this year, all the things that you have to be proud of. And it was fun just to be able to go along for the ride and watch it from our seats. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to do it, whether it's sitting beside you or getting to try to fill your shoes and do a play-by-play on nights. What a great time. This has been a ton of fun. These kids have been fun to watch, and congratulations to our seniors on an outstanding career. Good luck to them moving forward, and these young kids got some big shoes to fill.
They absolutely do. Well, this broadcast is produced by the Golden Bear Sports Network with the private use of our audience. A duplication or the use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game without the express written consent of the Bryan City School District, is prohibited. One final time for all of us at the Golden Bear Sports Network with Brian Arnold. I'm Chris Malanga. Again, your final score is Copley 62, Bryan 39. Have a good night, everybody.